So my name is Stephanie, and I was just laying in bed and I was reflecting over the last week. A week ago on Friday, I went to a friend's house to have a great time, which I had, um, but it ended in an accident. And at this time last week, I was waking up from surgery. Um, I was just laying here thinking that that is something that can either you can take in stride or that you can lay down and wallow. A lot of you know what happened to me. Some of you may not. So a week ago, I was in an ATV accident in the middle, late Friday night, getting to the hospital, going through everything, took a while. So very early Sunday morning or Saturday morning last week, I woke up and I had lost my arm. When I initially woke up, I was very upset. I said, no. Like, Mom, I don't have an arm. I need my arm. Babe, I don't have an arm. I need my arm. Like, I need my arm. They gave me some medicine to help with the shock of that. And when I woke up, let me tell you, I had a whole new outlook on life. When I woke up from that initial shock, I had a new outlook. I'm not sure what happened in that time that I went to sleep and kind of relaxed and recovered to the time I woke up. But when I woke up, I said, this is not going to beat me. This is not going to. I am going to wake up every day and I'm going to live life to the fullest. What some of you don't know is before this, I was living with depression. We had a lot of stuff going on in our own home. I had a lot of things that I personally didn't love about myself physically, mostly, because I'm a very bubbly, happy person for the most part. So those things don't really seem to matter as much anymore. So in a crazy way, losing my arm is turning me into a better person. And I want other people to know that if you go through something like this, you can choose. You can choose to either lay down and wallow in it and make it the worst thing ever, or you can get up every morning and you can say, this is going to be the best day ever. Because guess what? That's what I'm doing. This is going to be a great day. And guess what? I have a long road ahead of me. It's been 1 week. 1 week right now. Like right now, my arm was coming off and I was getting ready to wake up and find out. So it's been 1 week. And that's hard to say, because there are some changes and there are some things that I am not going to be able to do and some things that I'm going to miss. But guess what? There's amazing other things that I'm going to be able to do that I never even thought of before, And yep, there's going to be some tears and I'm going to share those. Because I lost my arm a week ago. It's okay though. I wake up in the morning and I'm happy. I celebrate the small victories right now. Like, how awesome is it? 1 week ago, I lost my arm. I can completely dress myself, even in a pair of jeans, and button those jeans. That's amazing. I wake up and I'm like thankful, like, that I get to spend the crazy time I do with my kids. Where before I'm like, oh my gosh, like, if I could just have 2 moments to myself because my life is so busy. No, I will never think that again because I am still here. There was a potential at one point during the night that I could not be here. They had to actually bag me to help me to breathe because my respirations had slowed down so much. So I have to thank God that I'm still here and that I am going to get to be a part of my kids' life every day. I thank God for a wonderful work family that said, guess what? Your job is here in any capacity that you can do it when you come back. So those are the positive things that I'm continuing to look forward to and look at. This has taught me you cannot live sad every day. You cannot think about all the bad things that potentially are going to go in your life or are going on. Because guess what? We all have bad things going on. It's how you deal with them. And from now on, I'm looking positive. I'm looking forward, and it is going to be an amazing life. It's going to be an amazing day. Not every day. I want to say every day. I'm going to try and keep myself in positive spirits every day, but it may not be every day. I have a long road ahead of me. It's only been 1 week. I have anger to come. I have sadness to come. And it's okay. Those days are allowed to happen as long as you continue to move forward out of those days. And hopefully I may have whole days, but hopefully those days turn into fleeting moments. Right now, they're moments. Like, I'll tell you about a moment I had yesterday. I've actually been doing pretty good. If you ask everybody, I'm positive. Like, I'm going to kick this thing's ass. Like, I'm going to be me, and this is not going to change me. Yes, I have to do things a little different, but it is not going to change me. So, but I did have a moment yesterday. I told everyone, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed that I have one arm. Guess what? That's me now. I'm not embarrassed of that at all. If people look at me different out in the streets because I have one arm, that's their problem. Like, I did nothing wrong. You know, the person that was driving the ATV did nothing wrong. He actually did everything right. And he wasn't drinking. He made sure people had their seatbelts on, did everything right. We weren't even going fast. It was just a freak accident. So, you know, things happen. I'm not even sure where I was going with that at this point, but, you know, that's people's problems if they're looking at me weird or funny or whatever. But I did have a moment yesterday where it was the first time I had put on long sleeves, because I am a tank top girl, I'm a short sleeve girl, and I had been in the hospital for a week or for 5 days and then home for a couple days, so I hadn't had to wear long sleeves. And when I put on a coat yesterday, it made it very real that I don't have an arm. Like, that sleeve was just flopping around there and hanging down, and I cried because I said, babe, this is the first time I feel weird. Like, I feel like I look weird. I feel like people are going to look at me because there's just this random sleeve flopping around. And so it's okay. It's okay for me to have moments. But guess what? I had that moment. I took that jacket off on the way to where I was going and didn't wear it where I was going because I don't want to feel that way, because this is not weird. This is a part of who I am now. I haven't one time this week been like, oh my gosh, like, look at your weight. Like, you look so heavy or whatever. I used to say to myself every day, look at your fat face. Like, it needs to get skinnier. That's not true to me anymore. I love myself for who I am. And part of that is because I'm still here. Like, I could not be here. And I have 4 amazing children to live for. I have an amazing husband who has showed me what unconditional love is this week. You know, you always say your vows and they're for better or worse, or, you know, in sickness and health. And you think those are going to be like, all right, we're going to fight. And all right, you know, she's going to get sick and have the flu, or he's going to get sick and have the flu. And then something like this happens. And then it shows you how much your other person significantly loves you. How much Michael is my soulmate, and how much that's so true this week. He has stepped up so high, like higher than anyone can imagine. And I am so grateful that I have the support I do. I have him behind me. I have my 4 amazing children behind me. I have an amazing mom, dad, sister. All of those people have been right here behind me. And on top of that, I have a million friends that I didn't even know I had. Like, there's people that have stepped up in my life, and that definitely makes a difference. But I guess what I want to get out of this video today, and what I was laying here reflecting on, is I'm alive. I'm here. Yes, a week ago, my life changed, but it didn't change for the worst. In fact, in many ways, it changed for the better. It gave me a more positive outlook on life. Yes, I don't understand what God's plan is. I don't understand why God's plan is for me not have an arm, but there's a reason. There's a reason I don't have an arm. And I may never know that reason, but there's a reason. That reason may be because I was getting myself into a negative, depressed place, And I needed to see that, guess what? There's more than just these small things going on, and that how amazing things can be. So, reflecting on things, that's what I realized is, my life is so much better than I was giving it credit for. I have so many amazing people in my life and so many amazing things going on and such amazing children. And, I have this new house and I have a new car and all these things that I've worked so hard for, and I still wasn't seeing the good in that. And so maybe the point of all of this is, stop, Stephanie. You have a great life and you need to see that. And I honestly think if that's the only reason this happened, I'm okay with that. Like, because I am happier. Like, I'm less down now than I was before this happened. Like, I am in such a good place right now. And just want to let everyone know that. And maybe if a future new amputee sees this, maybe they can say, okay, maybe that's what I need to be looking at, because life goes on. You got to live it. Like, you can choose two paths. You can choose to either lay in this bed all day and cry and sulk and be sad and just not live life, or you can choose to get up and be a part of your family's life and be happy. And that's what I'm choosing to do. So I know I kind of went all over the place in this video, but it was just something that was weighing on me and something I thought I wanted to get out. I wanted my family to see this. I wanted maybe eventually future amputees to see this, but needed people to see that I'm okay. There's a reason this happened, and I think I'm in a better place since it happened. All right, guys, I don't know if I'll ever do another video or not, but if I do, see you later. If not, thanks for listening and watching.